Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. It's been a little while. I mean, it's been a tough year, guys. But any event, I did have like some family events and some work things, keeping me away from you guys, but I'm back to work. I'm just here to talk about two things. First is our new manager, Mauricio Pochettino. And the next is Mason Mount, right? The issue that won't go away is the Mason Mount, question. And I've made at least a couple of videos on, the Mason Mount matter. And I might leave like a card in the top or at the end. Y'all can, figure it out. But in any event, let's talk about Pochettino. He was hired a couple of days ago, right? So, and we already know, I'm not really going to waste too much time on the Pochettino issue. I mean, he's the new boss. He's here. We had hoped that this appointment would be made a little bit earlier, but I guess it's better late than, never. He's here. He's coming in with his own backroom staff. We know what he did at Spurs. He was at Spurs for 5 seasons, and helped Spurs to finish top 4 in five seasons with a very minimal budget. And then we already know what he did at Southampton prior to arriving at Spurs, and where he developed a whole bunch of players, Mane, Luke Shaw, the name goes on and on and on. There's a whole bunch of, names that he, worked with at, Southampton. Obviously the defensive midfielder, his name skips my mind, that he, Wanyama, Wanyama as well. There's a whole bunch of other guys. So we know that Pochettino is good in terms of coaching up, talent. I mean, if you can get a world-class tune out of Dele Ali, if you can get anybody that can get a world-class tune out of Dele Ali, where nobody else could get any kind of change out of Dele Ali, then you must be on to something. So notwithstanding, he did go on ahead and move. Once after he got fired by Levy, he went to PSG, where he won a league title. And everybody knows, and everybody gets fired at PSG, because the only title that matters at PSG is the Champions League. That's the holy grail. Nobody no coach has won it for PSG to date. And so it's not really, anything to sort of hang your head in shame because you got fired at, PSG. So unlike others, I'm not kind of too concerned. Actually, I'm a little more, looking forward to, Pochettino working with the boys that we have on ground. Just given his background in working with younger players, working with promising players, right? Harry Kane was only 21 years old when Pochettino took over at Spurs. And guys, I mean, everybody, I guess the rest is history. So, right, with regards to Harry Kane, there's really not much else that needs to be said. So that should give you an idea of the capabilities of Pochettino. And so then the question down is, how do we end up with Pochettino? Because obviously our number one on the short list was Julian Nagelsmann. That deal fell through, right? He said, she said. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. The point is, he doesn't want us. Bodie claims that he doesn't want him, and it is what it is. And then we now had to move on to plan B, because Boli never wanted Enrique in the first place. So we now had to move to plan B, and plan B is Pochettino. Now, before all of our fans get all upset and whatnot, I mean, Pochettino, believe it or not, he's on the short list. You know, if reports are to be believed, you know, he was on the short list as one of the coaches, the few coaches to be considered for the Real Madrid job. And then what happened was, due to Real Madrid still being involved in Champions League, and a decision needed to be made, like right now, Real Madrid could not make a decision on that, and that pretty much all but opened up the door for us to be in a position to sign Pochettino. And obviously, with regards to Spurs, I mean, I feel it's more of a situation of pride, because every Spurs fan wants Pochettino back at Spurs. Everybody involved with Spurs wants Pochettino back, except the one person who actually matters, and that is Daniel Levy. And his pride will not allow him to bring him back. And that's just the bottom line. So their loss is our gain. And so it's all about, Bowley and his crew to back off and give Pochettino space, give him space, him and the rest of the footballing apparatus that is on ground. Let them, figure it out. I mean, they can figure things out. They can get us back to the top 4 level where we were before we had this nightmarish season. So now, what can we expect under Pochettino? Well, generally he likes to play a 4-2-3-1, and as it is right now, yeah, we have a whole bunch of players. We have about 33 players, or 32 or 33 players. At least 10 of those players are going to be sliced off. At least 10, minimum 10 or more. And I say 10 or more because he's going to bring it down, and he's going to add another 3 players to bring it back up to like a nice small squad of around 24, 25 players, right? And those 3 more players you need to bring up is going to be a goalie, a DM, and a striker. You guys already know the names that have been thrown out there. Or Nana, Lavia, or Casiedo for DM, striker, Osimhen. I mean, that's a bit of a pipe dream. Ivan, Tony, depending on what's going on with his gambling issues, and Laura, what's the name? Martinez, the Inter Milan striker, on the size Inter Milan. Left for me, I'll go with either Osimhen or Tony. Osimhen might be, it's not my, Osimhen's price is crazy. I don't even see the Napoli owner selling Osimhen this summer. If he had his way, he wouldn't sell him this summer. And Chelsea's, we have issues. So I don't see Osimhen coming to Chelsea. It's gonna have to be, if we can do a deal with Ivan, Tony, then we're gonna do that deal. Otherwise, it's gonna Puch might have to, work with the guys on ground, and the guys on ground is Broya, Fofana, and Havertz, right? So now that's pending whatever happens with our Havertz. We don't know whether he's going to be one of the 10 players that's going to be going out. I mean, because right now Chelsea needs to sell, not just to reduce the number, but also to raise some bread. We need money to buy these 3 players. And, for FFP purposes, Chelsea has already spent around 600 million over the last 2 windows. So you can't keep spending on top of it. You need to balance the budget at a point. So you need to sell to now buy. And that's what, you all should look forward to, of what should likely be happening this summer. Now let's, get over to the Mason Mount issue. The Mason Mount issue for me, I mean, I took a closer look at this, especially with Pochettino as our boss, as a manager. It really dawned on me that Mason Mount is really imperative that Todd Bowley and his people, find a way to re-sign Mason Mount. Right? It's not going to be easy. They're going to ask us $200,000, whatever. I don't know, but negotiation is a little give, a little take. You're going to have to give a little something and take a little something. And because Chelsea needs Mason Mount, Pochettino needs Mason Mount to implement his idea, his high pressing 4-2-3-1. It requires Mason Mount. And if not anything, if there's anything that we've learned over last season, we need quality depth. So how does Mason Mount fit in the 4-2-3-1? Mason Mount fits in the 4-2-3-1 as the number 10 player in the middle of the band of three. He's gonna, play in that role. And y'all are saying, what of Nkunku? Of course, we have Christopher Nkunku coming in next season, right? But rotate, right? You're gonna need to, rotate. Nkunku can start some games. Mount can start some games. Somebody, one can come off the bench. The other one can come off the bench. You need high press, high energy all the time. And to do that, you need fresh legs, fresh high quality legs. You don't need fresh legs like Gallagher. That's not the fresh legs that we need. You need fresh high quality legs. And if you're talking about a player who's one of his strength is in high energy, high pressing, he never gets tired, speed, all that stuff, you have described Mason Mount. And for your 4-2-3-1 to work, to help you press high, win the ball high, spring the attack, it's even going to help Mason Mount to even score more goals, because we're going to be winning the ball more higher up the field in the opposition's half. He's going to find himself in a few good, nice, easy goal scoring spots. This is built for Mason Mount, right? This is built for Mason Mount. And guys, if you watch my prior videos, you will realize that my position right now is a bit of a 180-degree turn, because I was wondering, how does Mason Mount fit in? But that's because I didn't really understand the manager that's coming in, right? And this manager requires a blend of highly technical players and high energy players, right? Ideally, both should be in equal level of abundance within both attributes should be equally abundant in the player, but it's going to be on certain levels, right? But Mason Mount has quality. He can score with his right and left foot. His passing is more than good enough. He's high in his tackling, his high pressure. He loves Chelsea. We have to hold on to Mason Mount. This is not even about Liverpool or Arsenal. I'm not concerned about those guys. I'm concerned about Chelsea and which player. If I didn't feel like Mason Mount will be a player that could be useful for this Chelsea team under this manager, I will be the first one to say Mount out the door. But I'm convinced that Mason Mount under Mauricio Pochettino is going to be an amazing player. Guys, how do y'all feel about that? Please subscribe to my channel, share this video, and like this video, and comment below. Take care. God bless y'all. Peace.